Hello, my name is Tiger Wilson. This is my LED button project. So my goal was to turn LEDs on and off using buttons. So to build it, I used a Raspberry Pi, breadboard, resistors, M&F wires, LEDs, and then this is the code in which I used to program it. So two problems I found were the wiring, so I had to redo the wiring, and then another problem was the code. So for the second button, a lot of the code was outside of the first loop, so it wasn't being read. So I had to readjust it and put it inside the first loop.
So run your code.
So when I press this button, the lights turn off and it says hello. And at the press of this button, it'll turn off and say bye.
Can you go a little bit over the code? Can you tell us what's going on in the code?
So here is where I set up connect the Raspberry Pi to the actual program, and then here's the pins where I set the LEDs. And these are the two variables for the two buttons, button 1 and button. And this is where I connect the buttons to the program. And here is the while loop. So everything here gets repeated. So when the button is pressed, which is true, it'll print hello and turn the LED on. The LED output is true. And then for the second button, if it's pressed, then it'll print bye, and the output will be false. And then this is constantly being checked. It's like it's constantly checking over, like, to see if the button's pressed or not.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for him?
If you were to make some improvements and make it, say, even more cool, what would you do?
So I would add another button that if I pressed it, all the lights would like constantly blink.
In a pattern.
Okay.
In a pattern, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? All right, let's give him a round of applause.